Monday Night Raw starts off with a Logan Paul promo. Starts off with him basically talking about Saturday night's main event. Talks about how he's gonna beat Jey Uso, become the new World Heavyweight Champion. This was a really good promo. Not gonna really go that in depth on it, but this was a really good promo from Logan Paul. Then you get Gunther. He comes out and he basically starts hyping up Logan Paul, but then he ends up immediately tearing him down. Basically, ends up saying that whether it's him or Jey Uso, whoever wins at Saturday night's main event, when it's his turn, he's gonna beat whoever is the world heavyweight champion. Then you end up getting Jey Uso coming from behind Logan Paul, attacks him, super kicks him, and that's the end of the segment. This was a solid segment overall to intertwine all three stories at the same time. Well, two stories with Jey Uso and Gunther, and then Jey Uso and also Logan Paul. Now they're also trying to make it seem like Logan Paul has a shot as well, which even though we all know Jey Uso is winning, it is good that they at least are trying to make it not as obvious, to at least make it seem like there's a chance that Logan Paul could win, but we know Jey Uso is winning. But nonetheless, this was a good way to start off the show overall. Afterwards, we end up getting a tag team match between AJ Styles, Penta versus Finn Balor and JD McDonough. This match, this match got set up due to last week, I think. Yeah, because AJ Styles ended up picking up the victory over Finn Balor, if I'm not mistaken, due to Penta helping, evening the odds to help AJ out. So this is the tag match. Towards the end of the match, you end up getting El Grande Americano. He interferes. He ends up interfering, ends up using his mask with the metal plate to attack Penta. This allowed Finn Balor to pick up the victory, continuing that storyline. I'm assuming this is going to lead to eventually probably a match between, because I'm assuming the end goal is for them to face Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship. I'm assuming that's the end goal, so I am interested in that to see where that goes. So we'll see how that plays out, but I'm assuming that's the end goal, with eventually that leading into some type of triple threat. And then eventually maybe Penta goes off whenever the draft happens, or even if there is a draft, eventually pairs with his brother, eventually with Ray Phoenix. But we'll see how that plays out. Now we end up getting a women's qualifying match, Money in the Bank ladder match between Becky Lynch, Natalya, Roxanne, Perez. This match was actually very good. Really shocked me because when you have a star like Becky Lynch, you have to assume that she's the favorite to win. Towards the end of the match, you end up getting Lyra Valkyria. She interferes. She ends up taking Becky Lynch out of the match. Triple threat rules, so it's no disqualification. This allowed Roxanne Perez to pick up the victory. Thank God, because I was scared. I thought Becky Lynch was going to win, because I was like, why is she in this match? Are they just ending the whole Lyra Becky Lynch feud? Because realistically, I could have actually seen them doing that due to Lyra winning the match. But I'm actually glad they went this route, because Becky Lynch did attack her after the match. So I'm glad they went this route, because I'm like, I did not want that feud to end. That feud has been one of the best things of Monday Night Raw. So I really glad that they continued that feud, because I think the feud should continue. So I'm glad they went that route. And plus, Becky Lynch does not need to be in a Money Bank ladder match to even get a title opportunity. So I'm glad they went this route. And Roxanne Perez deserves it. I'm glad that they're pushing her. I'm glad that she's in main event spots. I like what they're doing with Roxanne Perez. I hope they continue it. But I do have a bit of a fear, which I'm going to get to now, because there was a segment with her in the Judgment Day. And Finn Balor is trying to recruit her to the Judgment Day. Now, the Judgment Day, well, mainly Raquel and Dominic don't really like it. They want to ask Liv Morgan about it. So I'm not really liking. Now I see the vision. I see the vision. Potentially, this is going to be the downfall of the Judgment Day, because Finn Balor is trying to introduce a new member. I can see potentially Roxanne feuding with Liv Morgan. I can see the vision here. I don't like it simply because she's paired with Finn Balor. That's why I don't like it, because Finn Balor is a loser. All he does is take pins. Now, he did pick up a victory today, so hopefully that is the beginning of the change of his booking. But if Finn Balor is still going to be a loser, I do not like this pairing, because I just have the fear that if you're going to pair him with Finn Balor, then pair her with Finn Balor, then I don't know what it is. I feel like Finn Balor's whatever his ability of getting pinned is going to transfer to Roxanne Perez. So hopefully that does not happen. But I see the vision. I'm interested in it, but I'm hoping that they do not treat Roxanne the way they treat Finn Balor. Like, please do not do that. So we'll see how this plays out. This has a lot of potential, but I'm not going to get my hopes up, because she's paired with Finn Balor of all people. who constantly gets pinned. So he picked up the victory tonight. So hopefully that's a start of a new beginning. But we'll see how this plays out. Now we end up getting Rhea Ripley, Zoe Starks, the return of Kairi Sane, another qualifying Money in the Bank match. There is some unfortunate news because during this match, Zoe Stark did get injured. Hopefully, we hope for a speedy recovery. We don't never want to see wrestlers get injured. This ended up turning into a one-on-one match. Rhea Ripley picked up the victory. Not gonna really go that depth on it. Very interested to see her in the Money in the Bank ladder match because she doesn't need it, but it does add a bit more adversity to her character to have to go through a Money in the Bank ladder match in order to get a title shot. So hopefully this cheers up some people who constantly complain that she's always in title matches who doesn't really earn her title matches. So hopefully this is enough adversity for you guys. But I don't really have much to say here. Interested to see her in the Money Bank ladder match. I don't think she will win it, but it would be, yeah, I just don't see a reason why she will win it, especially with her being a babyface technically still. I just don't see a reason why she should win it, even though I don't think the crowd would mind. But yeah, there would be no reason for her to win it. But she is one of the favorites with her being in the match. You can't just ignore that it's Rhea Ripley. So she is got to be one of the favorites, at least in the match, though. But also, speaking of Money in the Bank, I know I've been saying Naomi should win. I'm going to be honest. I'm completely biased. Roxanne Perez needs to win it. I'm sorry. Roxanne Perez needs to be the one that wins it. Just going to say that. But now we're going to move on to the main event. Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker. I knew how this match was going to play out, but this match was still really good, really fun, really entertaining. Seth Rollins ends up interfering, causing a disqualification. This allows Seth and Braun Breaker to attack Jey Uso. They end up having the numbers advantage, but then you get Sami Zayn and CM Punk coming out for the save, and they end up brawling. And then they end up brawling all the way to the backstage area, and then you end up getting Jey Uso alone in the ring until Logan Paul comes out of nowhere and punches him and knocks him out. And that's the end of the show. Overall, this was a solid show, mainly filled with just mainly qualifying matches, but for the most part, this was good. I enjoyed the show overall. Very fun, good, solid matches. Some stories advanced, so I like what they're doing here. This was overall a good show. You guys let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. But yeah, that's it.